Welcome to Mommy Says here on the Toy Insider. Thank you to the Toy Insider for giving me this little corner of their awesome channel every other week to talk about some issues that are on my mind as a mommy, and mostly how it relates to toys. So unless you're living under a rock, which you know what, sometimes when you're a mom, you feel like you live under a rock because all you do is, you know, I have friends with multiple children in multiple activities, and there's just a lot of shuttling and driving and permission slips, and I admire them. I pray for them. Homeschooling an only child is like so much easier. But anyway, then again, it has its own challenges. But anyway, so she was on the cover of Time magazine, and I'm talking about Barbie. Because Mattel has launched some new body styles for Barbie, and this is part of their The Doll Evolves campaign. And Gracie and I were lucky enough to be chosen by Mattel to be one of the YouTube channels that introduced the world to the new Barbie styles. So before I go into what I want to say about this, I do want to show you the dolls. The two that are making the most buzz in the world are, by the way, Gracie already redressed them and flipped their outfits around. So originally this outfit was on that doll. But that's what you do with Barbies, right? You gotta dress them. You gotta lose the shoes and dress the doll. So these are the curvy Barbies. This is how they're labeled on the box. And this is the big thing that really got them on the cover of Time magazine. These Barbies are built more like me. That's right, Barbies that look like me. Okay, I don't have blue hair, and I don't have that hair, and I'm a little bit older, but they're built like a lot of women. And of course, there's been a tremendous amount of controversy over the past decade, I would say, about Barbie and her potentially unrealistic body image and how that affects or does not affect our children, in particularly our daughters. So you can see she's got a little bit of a belly. They have wider thighs. They've got a wider hips. They're built like me. I'm just wider all over. I'm Italian. I'm almost entirely Italian. I have a tiny bit of Hungarian in me, so my hips didn't have a chance to be thin and narrow. You know, I've got an hourglass or pear shape, depending on how you want to look at it. You know, I'm not built like the typical Barbie doll. And so the big excitement has been that Mattel has recognized that people come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, heights, and everything, and they've made dolls to reflect that. Now, as I said, heights, because there is also petite Barbie. So these are the Fashionista line, so I really shouldn't call her Barbie. So if you mush down her hair, she's a petite little person, finer bone, smaller features. And then there is a tall version, and so she is taller than the average Barbie. This is the your average Barbie height and body style right here is this doll. So I wanted to talk a little bit about whether or not I think that Barbie influences girls' body images. But I do think, so I'm going to say two things. One, I think the answer to that is it's not just a doll. And my mom does a really good vlog. I interviewed my mom, and it's over at the Mommy and Gracie show, and I'll try to remember to link it below. It's not just a doll. Does having a doll that looks like that has sort of my body shape, does that make me happy? Yes. Do I think that girls will appreciate that and having that choice to have a doll that has more of their shape? I do. I'm curious to see how well it is going to sell. And there's a lot of there's a lot of things that, you know, like if you buy this, there was in the article in Time Magazine, I believe there was a mom who said, if I buy this for a girl as a birthday party present, is she going to interpret it as me saying that she's chubby? So it's going to be interesting to see how Curvy Barbie plays out in the retail marketplace. But do I believe that Barbie alone or dolls alone influence the perception that women have that they should have a pretty much unrealistic body type? And I have to say that I was Barbie from the minute I was alive, okay? As soon as I was old enough to know what Barbie was my life. And this I recently got on eBay. This is my Holy Grail Barbie. She's still in the box. This is Ballerina Barbie. And so this is what Barbie looked like when I was growing up. You know, I never thought that I was supposed to look like that. Like, I always knew that was a doll. I mean, I had rag dolls too. I mean, I didn't think I was supposed to be a floppy blue doll. You know, I didn't think I was supposed to look like Raggedy Ann. I didn't think I was supposed to look like a stuffed animal. I think what influenced me more was the media. So what I saw on television and what I saw in magazines, and even as an adult woman, I'm 48 years old, I am still influenced and impacted by the visuals that I constantly see on television, in magazines, billboards, you know, advertising, movies. It is very rare that I ever see a woman that looks like I do, a man that looks like my husband in a leading role. I mean, forget about it. Unless it's a comedy, right? Unless it's a comedy, you never see a person who's not on the borderline of anorexic. And I've seen like movie stars in person, and they're like scary thin in person, you know, and to attain the bodies that they have to like work out for hours every day. Like, looking like that is part of their job. But because we see it so much in our faces all the time, we think that somehow living a normal person life, being a normal mom, I am somehow supposed to also have like Charlize Theron's body, you know, or Angelina Jolie or somebody. And I realize now that I'm older and wiser that I just need to be healthy. I need to eat right. I need to exercise for my heart. But I'm actually really comfortable with my body. My body's been like this this is my shape. This is it. It's got a lot of curves. It's got a lot of round parts. I'm very soft and squishy, so I'm really awesome to hug. Once when I was telling Gracie that I wanted to lose some weight, because I did gain some weight over the last year, she was like, just don't lose too much weight because then you won't feel like a mommy. So I'm not sure that the dolls really influence body image. I mean, Gracie and I are huge Monster High fans, okay? Monster High bodies are absolutely insanely proportioned. And they've got a big curve in their spine, and Gracie's been in love with Monster High since she was like 7 years old. It has in no way impacted what she thinks her body should look like. What she sees on TV, which we don't let her watch a lot of TV, she watches more YouTube. You know, that will have more of an impact. And that's one of the reasons I love YouTube, because there's a lot more, like, because it's real people making videos. For the most part, most of the people she watches are real people. So they look like real people. So I don't think dolls really are causing our daughters to have a body image issue. I think it starts first in your home with yourself. You know, I've seen moms who are very concerned with their own bodies and very into, you know, not eating a lot and working out. And I've seen how they behave around their daughters as their daughters start to mature and go into puberty, and, you know, their body starts to fill out. You know, I've seen moms warn their 10-year-old daughter about getting fat. And so I think it starts in the home. So, you know, I think the way we are at home with our own bodies, the way we talk about our own bodies, obviously, I should hope that everybody understands the way you talk to your daughter about her body is very important. But at the same time, I do applaud Mattel for taking the feedback from moms and dads and families and creating some Barbies that are looking like people that you might actually meet on the street. And it's not just about different heights, it's different skin tones and facial molds and blended ethnicities. So there isn't, it's not just, well, you know what, we're white or we're black or we're Asian. No, sometimes we're all of them. And so they've really done a good job of that. Sometimes we have like redonkulously curly hair. Like I have a bunch of friends with naturally super curly hair. So it's good to see that represented as well. So I'm excited about the evolution of Barbie, and I think it's a wonderful step, but at the same time, I don't think that making curvy Barbie, tall Barbie, petite Barbie, super dark-skinned Barbie, Barbie with a birthmark, is going to radically change the conversation around body image and girls in our country. I think that this maybe can be a jumping off point for America. And I hope that the article in Time magazine gets this conversation going a little bit more deeply. But I think we need to take this conversation further. We need to look at what we're doing and saying in our homes. We need to really start to understand what we're presenting in commercials, in advertising, mannequins, movies. Really look at that, and because that's where that ideal body type thought is coming from. I don't think it's really coming from the dolls. I think they were just a reflection of something that already existed, and something that I hope someday we as a society will evolve away from. So, I hope that happens. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the evolution of Barbie and the Doll Evolves campaign, what you think about this initial launch with these 6 dolls, what you would like to see more of. Mike will be with you next Monday with Mike Says, and until I see you in 2 weeks, where I'll be reporting back to you of some of the things that I saw at Toy Fair that I thought were really, really cool. Please make sure that you subscribe to the Toy Insider. They will be having videos from Toy Fair as well, and make sure that you check out the website, thetoyinsider.com, where they always have great reviews on the latest toys. So if you're looking for gifts and presents or what to buy for your kids, you'll know. Of course, you can always find me at the Mommy and Gracie Show. And I'm going to link below to our video about these Barbies. And I'm also going to link you to the vlog that my mom did when we asked her what she thought about curvy Barbie, because it was really beautiful, off the cuff. Just, she's awesome. My mom rocks. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you. Bye.